Alright guys, as a person who's been on a couple movie binges in my life...
It's not true!
Okay, more than a couple. But on my most recent binge, I found myself watching almost exclusively 80s movies. So this video is me trying to figure out why that is, and I think I have the answer. The first thing I noticed when I started breaking down 80s movies is that they actually tell authentic stories, and they were more concerned about narrative than they were about special effects.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
I actually really appreciate how more of the emphasis in the 80s was placed on storytelling and connecting with the audience than in modern stories that seem more like money grabs.
Gee, I hope not.
It's why I can watch John Hughes' The Breakfast Club with undivided attention, but really struggle to sit through whatever the newest Michael Bay movie is.
You've got to be kidding me.
The 80s was a decade for storytellers, like Hughes, Spielberg, and Zemeckis. Another thing I love about movies from the 80s is that they have heart. Stories weren't afraid to be cheesy or uplifting, and even if you made them predictable, it still made you feel good. Okay, for instance, it's like when Sylvester Stallone's character, Lincoln Hawk, upsets Bill Hurley in Over the Top.
I want to give you a world of hurt, little man.
It doesn't seem realistic, but it doesn't make it any less exciting when he reunites with his son at the end of the movie. Alright, so the last thing that I noticed is something that I appreciate about 80s movies is that they didn't feel the need to be vulgar or disgusting or graphic. In a recent interview, Hollywood A-list director Judd Apatow spoke about how he feels like his films are very similar to John Hughes movies from the 80s, but just with more four-letter words.
What does that do? Does that blow your mind?
It feels like to me that modern directors feel like they need to use more profanity or violence or nudity just to keep our attention, rather than focusing that attention on just telling a better story.
That'll be fine. That'll be just fine.
So there you have it. That's what I appreciate about 80s movies. If you follow my Instagram account, follow my Instagram stories, and I'll show you whatever 80s movie I'm watching on Amazon or Hulu or Netflix right now.
It's the writing. The writing is brilliant, and the way that the material's presented.
With that, I'm Andrew Crabtree, and this has been Telling Stories.
That's the end of it, but it's just the beginning.